All right, welcome back. So today I want to go over the Acorns app. So I've been using the Acorns app for about 6-7 months now. I started doing it in March, and I was always a little bit skeptical of this app at first, but it's been around for quite a while now, so I figured I would test it out. So like I said, I started using it in March, and today is October 21st. And last week I actually crossed $1,000, and all I'm doing is contributing $1 per day plus my Roundups. So I'll go into that when I get into the app. So I'll open up the app here, and I won't show you my password. You do enter a password, and then when it logs in, it'll show you a good evening, a greeting, and then your balance. So I'm not going to go through everything, but I'll try to cover the main points. So it shows you your balance, and it shows you just a couple different features that you have on here. It does have points you can earn for different milestones for like setting up your bank account and other stuff like that. Completing a recurring investment, $1,000 balance milestone, using Roundups. So it's basically just trying to reward you for using different features on the app. So if we go right into the balance here, we can look at kind of how I have this thing set up. So I have it on an aggressive portfolio. I'm depositing $1 a day, so $7 a week, and I have it set up on 2 times Roundups. So basically what it's doing is rounding up my change for every transaction that I have that's linked to a bank account or a debit card. So if I pay $5.75 for something, it's going to round up the 25 cents to the nearest dollar, but it's also going to double it because I have it set on 2x, so it's going to round up 50 cents instead of the 25 cents. And you can go in and change all of this stuff. So if I want to change the roundup settings, I can go to 3x, 10x, 2x, or I can turn it off. And then you can also set different intervals for where you want it to round up at 75, 50, 25, but I have it set up at $1. So even if I buy something that's an even dollar, it'll invest $2 as a roundup. So the recurring investment, I just have it set up for $1 a day. So for some reason in my mind, I just like the idea of $1 a day going in there. It doesn't really seem like much, but it adds up over time. And the portfolio I have it set on is aggressive. And if we go into the aggressive category here, we can see how it's set up. It's 0% bonds and 100% stocks. So being in 100% stocks on here, it says it's aggressive, but it's really not that aggressive. I feel like it's just aggressive compared to what else is on here. If we scroll down to moderately aggressive is 20% bonds, 80% stocks, and then it just transitions down more and more into bonds. So conservative would be 100% bonds, 0% stocks. Moderately aggressive is 60-40. Moderate is 40-60 the other direction. But I have mine on aggressive. So I feel like one of the things people might be sketched out about this is they don't really understand what they're investing in when they are putting the money in here. So let's go through and look at what it is investing in when you're on the aggressive portfolio. So you can see the first one listed here is large company stocks. This is VOO. This is a Vanguard index fund. And essentially this fund is tracking the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 is known by a lot of people, if you're familiar at all with investing. The S&P 500 is kind of the benchmark that most people track or most people try to beat. So if we click into VOO here, it'll show you roughly how much is being invested. Is roughly 55 cents of every dollar goes into VOO. It shows you historical performance, and it also gives you the top 10 holdings. So you have Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Tesla, Nvidia, Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan. So large company stocks, very familiar to most people. I would hope people know what Amazon and Facebook and Google are, but that's where 55 cents of every dollar are going. Then going down the list to medium, small, and international are all going to be iShares funds. So iShares is by BlackRock. So essentially iShares focuses on making ETFs to try to simplify investing for people. And if you're not familiar with what an ETF is, an ETF is essentially, it's basically just something that trades like a stock. You can buy it and sell it throughout the day, but it tracks an index. So something can track the S&P 500 index. It could track the Russell 2000, small caps, a commodity like gold. And they design these things to trade like stocks. It's easy to manage, and it's not something that you really have to put a lot of money into like a mutual fund where you might have a $3,000 minimum to buy. So going down the list here, you have medium company stocks. 10 cents of every dollar goes into medium company stocks. So some of these names may be a little less common. Signature Bank, Molina Healthcare, Williams Sonoma, Camden Property Trust, and those are considered medium companies by market cap. So next you have small company stock. 5 cents of every dollar goes into small company stocks. Chart Industries, Omnicell Inc., and Macy's. Last is international. So 30 cents of every dollar is going to go into international companies. And this is going to be a mix of different companies by size. So you have Taiwan Semiconductor, Tencent Holdings, Nestle, Alibaba, Toyota Motors, AstraZeneca. Each of these do hold more stocks than these. These are just the top 10. So if you want to do more research and find out exactly what they're holding, the symbols are VOO, IJH, IJR, and IXUS. So if we scroll down from the top here, you can see the recent activity. You can see a balance breakdown and a performance chart, which is kind of cool because then you can see how yours is actually growing. Mine has a big spike in the beginning because I actually deposited some money and then I took it back out. So the rest of it has just been gains from the market and my deposits. So it shows you what you invested for the past 30 days. So I have $128 invested. So $1 per day is going to be my regular investment, and then the rest of it is going to be all Roundups. So about $30 from my regular deposits, and then the other 100 is from the Roundups. And that's just normal spending. So my bills, gas, food, anything that we go do that comes from a bank account or a debit card, it just gets rounded up, deposited here, and then invested. So if we scroll back up here, we can actually look at the different types of investments, the different types of Roundups. So each time you cross a $5 threshold, that's when it will pull it out of your bank account and put it into Acorns. So that's why all these deposits are slightly over $5. So if we look at this October 19th, it'll show everything that was rounded up, essentially. So I have a roundup from E-Trade, several roundups from E-Trade, one from Coinbase, one from Allstate. So I have regular deposits also going into my E-Trade account, and then I also transfer money into Coinbase. So what I think is funny about this, it will actually round up and invest money when I'm depositing money into the other investment accounts. So that's kind of a double whammy, so I think that's kind of funny. And then this other one on the 19th, $5 from Amazon, Piggly Wiggly, and Dollar Tree. So just random shopping anytime that we go out and do something. So October 14th, let's look at this one, $6. One from Little Caesars, one from Quick Trip, which is a local gas station, a couple from Amazon, Target, and Quick Trip again. Here on the right-hand side, if you look at Little Caesars, you can see it was actually 19 cents, and it was rounded up 2 times, so it rounded up 38 cents, and then it basically sets it off to the side. The Quick Trip transaction was 86 cents difference, so it rounded up 2 times, $1.72, sets that aside, waits till it gets to $5, and then it transfers it from the bank account into the investment account on Acorns. So scrolling down a little bit farther here, this is kind of neat. So if we look at October 4th, we got a dividend payment of $1.68. So the dividend payment came from VOO, so this is the S&P 500 Vanguard Fund. So I got a $1.68 dividend payment from VOO, and then on the 30th, we got 34 cents from IJH, which is the medium company fund. So then up at the top here, it will show you how much you have invested, what your dividend payments are, any rewards that you got, referrals, because you can also refer people and you can get referral money, and then it just takes it and invests it. I think it's pretty cool. So what I've tried to do is I've set it up to a point where I basically don't notice it. Like, it's just kind of doing its thing in the background, but it's not taking enough money out of the bank account that it's an issue or that I actually even see it or notice that it's there. Obviously, that amount is going to be different for everybody, so you'll have to decide what's comfortable for you. But what I like about it is it's so easy to just go in and change it, and you just hit OK, and then it changes it for the next roundup. So if you want to stop investing, you can do that too. If you get to a point where you don't want to put any more in, you can just turn it off, or you want to be a little bit more aggressive and you want to change your roundups, or you want to add a $25 recurring payment instead of a $7 payment, or you want to turn recurring payments off. I like it because it's easy to change and you can tailor it to whatever makes you comfortable. So it also has this little hypothetical return slider bar on it. So based on what you're depositing and what you're investing now, it'll show you a hypothetical return over whatever period of time that you pick. So that's just kind of cool to see too. And then you can adjust what you're contributing and then see how that stuff changes. So overall, I like the app. I'm going to keep using it. Like I said, it just kind of goes in the background. I look at it maybe like once a month. So if you're interested in this, I'll probably do like monthly updates or something like that and just kind of see how it's growing over time. So thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.